Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and today we got a super exciting Star Wars The Black Series news video to get into, because we got some brand new Black Series factory leaks to talk about, with some highly desirable figures that we've been waiting for a long time. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Really quick though, I want to thank you guys so much for 15,000 subscribers. Because of that, we are giving away this Black Series Clone 2-pack. The giveaway is live right now. All you have to do to enter is 1, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and 2, leave a comment on my giveaway video. It'll be pinned in the card right now and linked in the description, so make sure to go check it out and leave a comment on that video to enter. All of these leaks do come from 5017 Set on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, so make sure you go check them out. But first up, we do have all of these helmet molds, and these are actually from the Mandalorian Guards from Mando Season 3, and I am so excited for these figures. They've been pipelined forever, and so it's nice to finally see some more leaks for them. We've already got, like, I think the chest piece and some of the body leaked for it, but this is the first time we're finally seeing the helmets, and these helmet molds look absolutely amazing. I love, like, the glossy red finish on these, so we'll see how it looks once it's fully painted and everything. But I think the mold here looks amazing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what the Praetorian Guards are looking like, and they're some of my favorite designs from Mando Season 3. The second I saw them on screen during the show, I'm like, I need this as a Black Series figure, and so I'm really glad we're finally getting these, and I'm glad that these are going to be probably a much better version of the Praetorian Guards than the Last Jedi version, so fingers crossed for these. I'm excited for them, and I think they're going to go great next to the like Dark Trooper Moff Gideon armor figure that's also coming out here in a little bit. So yeah, really happy with this leak, and I'm looking forward to seeing the full thing assembled and revealed. The next photo we got reveals here is actually this figure, and I didn't really know what this figure was at first. At first I thought it could have been maybe like a Dash Rendar base or something, but after some further investigation, this is pretty clearly a Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis figure. Just doesn't have the big vest on. And I want to say this is a new torso mold because I don't believe that much of the collar was visible underneath of the vest on the previous figure, but I could be wrong, so correct me if I am wrong. But I didn't really know what they were going to do for this figure, but Yakface did point out that there is a scoundrel style for Cal Kestis in Jedi Survivor that basically just has the Han Solo vest, and with the brand new Han Solo figure coming out here in 2025, it's pretty obvious that they can just reuse that vest and throw it on this Cal Kestis figure and get a pretty easy remake for a Jedi Survivor figure here, and so I think Yakface is 100% right. This is going to be a pretty solid Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis redo or remake or remold, whatever you want to call it. It's just a new version of Cal Kestis, and I think this one's going to be great. Honestly, I think I like the scoundrel like vest a whole lot more than the zip-up vest that he wore in the base outfit for the game, so I think this one's going to be cool, and I'll definitely have to pick this one up. I'm sure they're just going to do the standard head style for him. I don't think they're going to do like the beard with the bald head like this photo has. But yeah, I'm excited for this, and like I said, I love Jedi Survivor, and so maybe this is going to be a part of the Marin figure, like in a Marin and Cal 2-pack or something, or it might be a single release. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm kind of under the impression that the Gaming Greats line is kind of only being like Amazon 2 and 3 packs right now, so I think it could be a like Marin and Cal 2-pack. So we'll have to wait and see, but that's kind of what I'm thinking it is right now. Next up, we did get a leak for this kind of like cloak piece, and at first it might be kind of hard to tell what it is, but to anybody who's watched The Acolyte, this is very clearly the Stranger's like robes, Sith robes, I guess if you want to call them that. But his robes are very distinct. It's got this like big kind of like U around the neck. It goes from the front all the way to the back. It's got a pretty distinct Stranger look to it, and we can pretty clearly tell that this is going to be for a Stranger figure in the future, which is very exciting because I know a lot of people have been asking for a Stranger figure forever, and so really happy to finally see some leaks for the Black Series Stranger. We didn't know if we were ever going to get one with Acolyte Season 2 getting canceled and the poor feedback to Acolyte Season 1. Again, I don't think the show was great by any means, but I think a Stranger figure would be a great addition to the line. So yeah, I'm happy that we're getting this one, especially for the people that really liked the show and that really want this character in the line. I think this is going to be great. But I am not going to lie, I do have some concerns with this being a hard plastic robe rather than a soft goods robe. Now, I understand how hard it would be to make this in soft goods with just how the Stranger's robes fall, how they sit on him. how intricate they are, it would be very hard to do this in soft goods. So I completely understand why they went the hard sculpted plastic route, and I respect that because most of the time I like the hard sculpted plastic. But the Stranger's a very dynamic character. He gets into a lot of dynamic poses and different positions, and the cloak like flies around and it gets into different positions and it flies in the wind. It's just a very dynamic character, and a hard plastic cloak like this is not very dynamic, and it's going to make him very traffic cone-ish, is what we like to call it here in the Black Series community. Unless you just want him standing like straight up, I think he would look great standing straight up. But if you want him in like any kneeling pose or lightsaber wielding pose, like I think the cloak is just not going to look right if you want him in any of those poses. So, you know, obviously we've just seen like the cloak mold. We haven't seen the rest of the figure. So there's a whole lot more that needs to go into this figure. And so obviously I don't want to throw too much judgment on it too early. So we'll have to wait and see whenever this thing is actually fully revealed. And I'll give you guys my thoughts on it then. But I just have a hard time believing that the cloak is actually going to look really, really good on this figure. I think the ideal thing would be a soft goods wired cloak, but the Black Series doesn't do wired cloaks, and so yeah, I understand why they didn't do it, and I think I'm just interested to see what the final product looks like before I cast too much judgment, but it's one I'm excited for. It's a villain that I want to put on my shelf just because I genuinely liked parts of the Acolyte. I didn't like the whole show, but I thought the Stranger was one of the best parts of it, and I'd love to get a figure of him. Excited to see what the helmet sculpt looks for this guy. I'm not quite sure what it's going to look yet, but excited to see, and as soon as that one's leaked, I will let you guys know here on the channel. If you guys made it this far into the video, I want to tell you about our membership giveaways for the month of January. For our standard members, we're giving away this Black Series Bad Batch Echo figure. And for our premium members, we're giving away this Gree and Yoda 2-pack. If you do want a chance to win either of these figures, consider hitting that join button down below and becoming a channel member, because anybody who joins during the month of January will automatically be entered to win. But yeah, I do think the idea of a Stranger figure is pretty good. Like I said, he's a cool, menacing Sith Lord, and so I think he's going to sell pretty well. I like the helmet, I like the cloak. Like I said, I like the design of the Stranger, and I liked his character for the most part in the show. I think that, like I said, he carried the show for sure, him and Saul. And so I know the Acolyte struggled, but I don't think this one will have any trouble selling at all. And as long as like the cloak looks good and the helmet looks good, as long as it's a good figure, I think it's going to sell great. So that's just my personal thoughts though, and I'd love to know what you guys have to think about it, because I know a lot of people have some strong feelings about the Acolyte. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this figure. Do you want a Stranger figure? Could you care less? Please let me know down in the comments, because I would love to know. And I just like to get kind of like community feedback when it comes to figures like this, and if fans actually want them. So yeah, leave a comment down below. As well as your thoughts on the new Kestis figure, as well as a Mandalorian Guard, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as soon as we get some more leak updates, I'll let you guys know here on the channel. See you guys in the next one.